So a few episodes back, we attempted to fit a Mirai Fury into one of the cargo decks of the ship. At the time it didn't fit, but commenters on that video suggested that we try it again with the wings in flight mode rather than landing mode, and while on aerial we did indeed give this a go. I didn't include it at the time because it broke the flow of the story that we were telling, but our findings were interesting, and more input from you guys in the comments on this would be really cool.
Then I don't think an RKB is gonna do it. Yeah, it's significantly longer than the Fury. Salvage hold.
While the Fury was on the elevator of the ship, I would extend the wings. This makes the overall ship shorter in height, and it should allow it to fit through the cargo bay door. Getting the tiny tractor beam to rotate the Fury was a challenge in this small space. A full-size tractor beam would maybe have been a better choice.
I see it at an angle right now.
But with some fiddling, we were able to get things lined up.
Oh, that chain right there is gonna...
In the cargo bay at least, this chain from the ceiling, which is part of the ship, was getting in the way.
The chain hook thingy is catching it, which is really weird because what's the point of having it?
We wouldn't give up quickly though, determined to make every effort to get it in. The cargo bay, it seemed, was not going to work, but what about the salvage hold?
We can take a look at it. We don't have to like try if we don't think it's gonna go in. Then...
Again, there was some difficulty getting the ship to rotate using the smallest tractor beam.
That door might actually be too small, which is weird. I'm pretty sure it's the same size.
We'd try for some time to get it in, but just had no luck. Now I know people can bring these on board, and even some bigger ships, but I just have no idea how right now. We didn't want to use the salvage processing room because the boxes that build up there maybe make things difficult, but maybe that is the solution. If you do know, feel free to tell us in the comments below. For right now though, we'd end up leaving the Fury and moving on. We were on our way to Clio to respond to a combat beacon. 500 kilometers to go. Damn them all to hell. Starting small with a very minor threat, our plan was to move up the chain to salvage the larger ships one can find. Here we go.
Looks like targets are off to starboard.
Okay, shifting starboard.
Targets overhead, nose up.
Nosing up.
Hey up.
But we'd quickly face an unfortunate accident. Thanks, it just crashed into us. We were only moving at 150 meters a second, so I don't think it was us hitting them, but I cannot know for sure. The collision note was with the ship that we were here to protect.
Oh, I think the protection target crashed into us.
Oh my god, yeah, we got crime stat. We got crime stat 3. What the hell? Negligent homicide. Okay, well, I guess we gotta go. Anyone else got a crime stat?
I do not.
Okay, I guess it's just me.
No.
A crime stat 3 puts a bounty on your head, and during a life aboard series we do not want to risk the ship, so we had to look at the options for clearing a crime stat.
Well, we can either try and hit Korea, which we would need to swap ships, because taking this ship to Korea would be insane.
Yes.
Or unless you just want to go to jail, but that would kind of end the session right there.
Well, would it? I mean, it doesn't take long to go to jail, does it?
Oh yeah.
No, it doesn't. What would be best though is if we go to Hurston, because that's where we're gonna come up.
Yes, yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah.
We'd have to find a way to turn you in without risking the ship.
Well, I could hot drop, right? But someone else needs to fly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can fly, it's no problem.
As we prepped the jump to Hurston, I was still unclear on how the collision had occurred.
We know the protection targets are profusely stupid.
Yeah, but aren't they static normally?
They're static at the start and then they get moving, like they repair the ship and get moving. And then they join the fight, which is honestly more problematic than if they just sat there.
We wouldn't be able to land at a hangar in Lowville, but I could be dropped at a city gate. Vlas would be taking the helm, and before long we were making our descent to Lowville.
It does look a lot better since they improved it.
It was night though on arriving, and Vlas needed help finding a city gate. So this thing in front of us down there, this like square turquoise looking thing structure, that's one of them. Beacon light isn't showing up for some reason. Oh wait, it's starting to appear now. Normally you can see those lights from much further away.
Yeah.
We're a little bit far away. I was trying to get us closer, but we're on the ground right now.
I was heading into Lowville Gate 6, and I was fully expecting to have to ride the railway to the spaceport or the city centre to find a kiosk to turn myself in, but helpfully there was one right at the gate itself.
No, I meant it's on. I was looking to see if it would. Yeah.
I figured paying off my fines would reduce my prison time at least, but I was in for a much more pleasant surprise than that, and I even needed to check my Mobiglass to confirm what I was suspecting.
Dacus. Yeah.
Okay, apparently, today I learned that negligent homicide is a crime stat 2, and just because I had 2 negligent homicides that counted as a crime stat 3, I can pay it off.
Come right back.
Yeah.
The guards were like full on pointing their guns at me and everything. But now I am crime stat free. Vlas would bring the reunion rail back down to the surface to pick me up. We'd been expecting to rendezvous again at Everest Harbour after my stay in prison, but being able to skip that was a very nice surprise and meant that our adventure could continue on immediately. Do me a favour, can you just fly us back to Micro Attack, I guess? Shit. We made a decision that for now, Vlas should remain the pilot for the rail. He is a much better pilot than me, as to be fair, most people are. As we made our way to Microtech, I leave the bridge for some inventory management, mainly to return to our onboard crew uniform. And by the time I was returning, we were almost all the way there. Vlas would start to learn the little quirks of the Reclaimer, bringing us into Port Trussler.
You gonna be able to slow us down with the landing gear down, Vlas?
Welcome to the awkward world of flying the Reclaimer. Good, yeah. I've got it.
Okay, cool.
Should we fill everything? Now, Vlas, do you want me to take back over piloting, or are you comfortable in the pilot seat?
I'm good here. It's no problem.
Cool, good. And while searching for beacons in the Mobiglass, Cyrus would suggest we take on something a little riskier.
In the wake of disaster is up.
We could do it. You know, we could go do it.
I'm up for it if everybody else is.
You know what? I think let's go for it. 44 million. kilometers to the target. The Wake of Disaster is an open salvage contract cleaning up the remnants of a battle deep in space. A lot of ships will be there, but the contract is open to other players, including pirates. It is very possible to run into hostile players during these missions. Zero was joining us in an Inferno as backup.
Does your ship have enough fuel to reach it, Zero?
Oh yeah, the tanks on these things are massive.
It was a long jump to the target, but progress was happening quickly, and before long we were closing in on the active location.
We're walking into the area now.
Here we go. Zero, we're under 1 million now.
Yeah, they both kind of collapsed on each other.
We got any targets down there?
Vanguard Harbinger, Reclaimer, Andromeda, another Harbinger.
Players?
I don't see any.
Yeah, I see no contacts.
Good, real good, wow. So I guess search for cargo, and we could try scraping, but it's up to you guys if you want to do that or just munch them.
Yeah, just chop them up.
Munching them is going to net us a lot of material anyway, so...
Okay.
The only reason I'd want to get is just a little bit for the SRTs.
Oh, we could do a little bit, yeah, to get the material for that, yeah. That's a good idea, actually. I'll jump on a scraper, right? Because we need to see if it works as well. I'll just get like an SCU, because that'll be more than enough for our purposes. By this point, the crew were all ready for their jobs.
Looks like it's suited up to go outside.
Yes.
Go to salvage processing.
Good idea, yeah. Okay, we're good. As well as testing the scrapers, we wanted our MC just in case we got the chance to try out repairs again. Do this. Yeah, for some reason it starts in tractor beam mode, but it does look like it's doing hull scraping. Like it will scrape hull and it acts like a cinch module,
Yeah.
but obviously it doesn't scrape anything. Although that counter isn't going up right now.
Oh crap.
No luck with the hull scraping, but maybe Cyrus would have more luck heading out looking for cargo. Oh, I see Cyrus. If we munch this one, we'll just try them as we go through them, right? Maybe one of them will get lucky, I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely something very weird going on with this stuff. Alright.
Cyrus didn't find any cargo, but with no hostile players around, we could at least salvage at a relaxed
I
pace.
hear it start to increase.
Good, okay. We can feel that some of these pieces are drifting.
Yep.
Disintegrating now. That's good. 35 SCU for the bulk of a Corsair hull.
You guys already munched that home Corsair?
Yes.
Find the words and write them down. Find the tune and sing it loud.
I need you to come down. Sorry, Vlas. Yeah, down and forward. Perfect. That looks good. I can hear it working. Good.
Saddle up, your glory bound.
We're a little piece there. It's like a little tiny. Yeah. This last little bit. It's like 0.28 on the sea. As we approach the Connie Andromeda, Cyrus would again prepare to head out looking for cargo.
find some love in here. It's falling from the clouds.
Oh, Merlin.
Their name's all, yeah. Could that thing scattered?
Yeah. There I'll go.
Good. Okay, that's another one done. And after a few more small ships, it was time to head for the big target, a reclaimer. Some hot reclaimer on reclaimer action.
Well, I left Chattanooga, boy, had $1 and a dime. Headed out for Nashville on the Hard Rock Line. I'm working on that old steamboat and learned to ride and steam. When my feet had touched dry land, how happy I did feel.
Again, Cyrus would find no valuable cargo, but Vlas wanted to test scraping again to see if it was working out.
No, I'm not getting anything.
Been saving every penny for to make up through the fall.
Go fracturing.
But it never adds up at all. But coming around the river bank where the old train was so sane, the very next thing you hear from me, I've been tied to a ball and chain.
I'm trying to get. It says mass exceeded.
Okay, so I think we can probably angle just so we only get one of the pieces. We wanted to collect the pieces separately to avoid wasting salvage.
So this should just be targeting the front half, right?
Yeah, it looks like it is, yeah. We're at minus 16% on yield, but the yield is so high it doesn't matter. Like the yield is 469 STU, so.
And if I ever get back home again, I'll never own no more.
Okay. That's one piece gone, Cyrus. I'm assuming the buffer is full.
I'll reposition it and then I'll go back there and help them.
Cool. Actually, Brad, stay here. I'll head back just so that we've got someone ready to react if, you know, should anyone else show up.
Yep, okay.
I mean, it seems like a very small chance that's going to happen, but you never know, right? Before heading to the cargo bay, I'd make use of a supply box that we'd brought on board last episode to grab a tractor beam. Good. Scraping at the moment it seems like a mess. And in order to get as much of the cargo on the grid as possible, Chief and Cyrus had implemented a system of cargo down here in processing that I was about to learn about. Wait, are you doing 1 SC boxes? How much is left in there?
A good amount.
Why are we doing 2 SC boxes then?
Because they'll snap to the grid like around the 8s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys have scienced.
Like, there's like one layer of space.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to argue. I think you guys have got a lot more experience with this than me.
Yeah, there can be like a layer of tubes around each of these.
Okay, cool.
Blocks of 6 as well.
Works for me. In the comments of our last video, you guys very helpfully pointed out that there is around a 100 item limit on loose stuff in the ship, and this includes cargo boxes. So by fitting as much as you can on the grids, then going for the biggest 16 SCU boxes for loose cargo, it avoids building up entities too high. We could make use of the cargo bay as well, but the elevator makes moving things down here quite a pain. Maybe in future we'll give it a go though. As I helped Cyrus finish out the tiny block of cargo on the grid, I'd soon be switching to the larger boxes to hasten our progress.
Oh, did that miscount?
Yeah, I figured, like, again,
Less entities.
less entities, yeah. But my cargo handling is still below safety standards. Ooh. Sorry. I feel like when you hit someone with a shipping container, it requires more than just a simple sorry. When the buffer emptied, we were down 2 small boxes again, but then Vlas slurped up the remaining reclaimer wreck to fill us all the way up again. Okay. Once Chief's aboard, I'll leave this in his hands, since he is the expert among us when it comes to handling cargo and boxes. He is the load master, as he said. And Cyrus was building us up to new heights in the processing deck. Oh, we're going for a 3rd level. I was thinking I'm going to try and Jenga the piece in below this one as well, because I left it overhanging. It's like reverse Jenga. I'm going to try and slide it in. Okay, there, got it. Managed to get it lined up and everything. With Chief now back aboard the ship, following a crash to desktop, I could again head back to the bridge, and as a bonus we could also salvage Chief's Corsair that he'd used to return to us. Okay, just to the right a touch. With a lot of cargo on board, it was time to return to Microtech, and on board the ship, a sense of positive sentiment towards the planet was developing.
Oh, I see a planet.
Ah.
We're almost home.
Home. I like that. We are home, Vlas. We're on board the reunion rail.
Yeah. Home is where the ship is.
Home used to be where the ship is, right? And then they changed how beds worked.
Yeah.
You remember when it used to literally be you had your room and you put all your stuff in there, and Arathorn had his room next to it?
Yeah, then we would all go to bed and then the video would end.
And Vlas had to face his first landing in the temperamental weather of Microtech. Good work, Vlas. Doing great. Well done. Real good. Nice smooth landing. Cyrus, you gotta do the happy landing thing.
Oh, another happy landing.
Perfect.
Not wearing any shoes.
It's a very Queensland way of living right there. You see people in Queensland all the time walking around with no shoes, like literally supermarkets and stuff, just walking around with no shoes in. Now we could head to the Commons of New Babbage and see what today's haul had brought in for us. Right, 240 STU to start out is 1.46 million. 2.43 million for 25 units. 6k for 1 unit.
Oh yeah, that one SU is just lying around.
97k, 12k, okay. Yeah, we got about 4.1 million.
Alright, so that was worth the initial investment then.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a lot off that reclaimer.
After the split, we'd all made 1 million credits each. Not bad for a day's work. Interesting, actually, isn't it, that, you know, making 1 million credits from, like, a single outing is now, like, easily achievable, which is kind of nice.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't long before we were heading out again, and I feel that we've spent enough time on board a reclaimer now to give a good appraisal of the ship and areas that need improving. In an upcoming video we'll give a rundown of our thoughts and some ideas that we've cobbled together that could improve the ship. For now though, it was back to salvaging with the crew of the Reunion Rail. As always, I want to thank all of you at home for watching and all of our amazing patrons who you can see on screen right now. It is thanks to these very generous people that we're able to put out videos several times a week, and I just want to thank each and every one of you for that support. And in this video I would especially like to thank Starbuck, who recently became a backer over on Patreon. Thank you so much for the support, Starbuck, that is hugely appreciated. We'll be back with more from the Reunion Rail crew very soon.